Batman Telltale Series, Episode 1. The new Batman game that pretty much called Batman is a new Batman game brought by the people from Telltale Games. You're the people that did The Walking Dead and Wolf Among Us. Those are two awesome games, pretty much games that pretty much let you decide the outcome of how each episode is going to be until it just get to the season finale. It's just all type of crazy shit out of everything you've done. But yeah, now you can do that for Batman's world, and it's getting good. But for Episode 1, I thought it was really gripping, it was really engaging. I had a really good time with it. It was original. It had twists and turns. By the end of the episode, my jaw was on the floor, just like, I want to play Episode 2. In a nutshell, it's a pretty awesome game. I think you should go download it. Look into the pros and cons why I believe that Batman Telltale Games is out right now, Episode 1 anyway. You can go download it right now on PS4 or Xbox One. Just play it. Here's what you know about it. I'm going to try to not have too many spoilers in this game for people who haven't played it, so I'm going to keep the spoilers to a minimum. So here we go. First of all, one of the pros of the game is the fact that, like I said, you pretty much start the game out as Batman, and you pretty much get an introductory of how this game is going to go down. The gameplay is pretty much what you remember from Walking Dead and Wolf Among Us. More so, Wolf Among Us was more action in that pace. Hey, so when bad guys are shooting at you and shit, you know, you use the analog, you know, the triangles, you know, the action sequences when they come up to duck, dodge, throw a batarang, knock people out, do stuff like that. A pretty familiar standard step that we've come accustomed in these Telltale games. So the gameplay in the game is familiar, I'll say it like that. Now, in a game based off choice, like Telltale Hearts games are, this wouldn't be the Batman experience if you couldn't really feel and make decisions like Batman. And there are aspects in the game where there are points where it's just like, you could do this thing as Batman, and then if you do it, then how the public's gonna react to it, how it's gonna affect you later in the episode and later in the series is actually, it's really rewarding, and it's really like, oh my god, like I did that. So this is what the public thinks about me. On one hand, it's kind of like, okay, awesome, glad I did that thing. Others are just like, oh shit, I should have reset it because I didn't mean to do that. I'm not going to give too many things away, but there was a point in the game where you had the opportunity to break this bad guy's arm. You could have broke his arm, you could have just let it go. You could have did one or the other. Me, I broke his arm. You know why?
I'm Batman.
That's what we do, we just break arms. And apparently when the game was over, it gave you your results and everything, what everybody else did. Me and I believe 84.4% of other people broke that dude's arm. You know why?
I'm Batman.
I'm a showman.
Now where the game really shines in the narrative is the fact that when you get to play as Bruce Wayne, I feel like the game is more so, it's like a 49% kind of deal. 49% of you playing as Batman, 51% of you playing as Bruce Wayne, but playing as Bruce Wayne is where the story really shines. I can't get into the story too much, because that'd be a spoiler, you gotta play yourself, but when you're playing as Bruce Wayne, you definitely feel like you are shaping how the overall narrative, how the story is going to go. And even some of the small things, even some small things you think you might say to somebody or not say to somebody, it's just like, holy shit, like that is actually has a bigger impact later in the game. So I'll give one example. There was a point in the game where you could have shook this dude's hand. You could have shook his hand or not shook his hand. I chose to shook his hand, and I shook his hand, and then later in the game, that happened. It was pretty bad for my Bruce Wayne. But that's a good thing for me, because I like that twist. I'm just like, that's how the story's gonna be written. That's how we're gonna ride this wave. I shook his hand, and now I gotta suffer the consequences. And I like that. I want to feel like the things I do or don't do in the game are actually going to have a bigger effect in the long haul. That's where we are. We're in it for the long haul. Any cons I gotta say about the game is the fact that I feel like the game is, the first episode, I felt like it was like an hour and a half, pretty long. But some people, they'll probably blaze right through. They'll be like, oh, episode 1's too short. I didn't think it was too short, because I wasn't playing it. There was like 2 points I thought it was going to end, and it didn't. I was like, oh, okay, it's pretty long. But at the same time, it's over, and there we go. Another con in the game is that it's not really a con, but like I said, while the gameplay is familiar, you are spending $25 when you buy this game. You're buying the season pass. Like, you can't buy it in pieces like you could Walking Dead and Wolf Among Us. Alright, you gotta buy it in one big whole set. So for $25, you get episode 1, and you get the other episodes for free. So I guess it kind of balances it out. But if you don't got $25 to drop on this game right now, you just wait till all the episodes come out, then you gotta wait till probably December. I'm just saying, me, I don't care. I dropped $25 and I played episode 1, I loved it, and I can't wait for episode 2. Now, at the end of the day, I'm gonna say that Batman Telltale Games is really engaging. I loved it. I love the original story. I love the twist in the game. I love the fact that you actually do play as Batman. You really get to get inside Batman's head and make the choices Batman would make. You want to make your kind of Batman. And there really are points in the game and decisions you can make where it's like, okay, I could be, you know, conservative Christian Bale Batman, or I could be murderous psycho Batflick and just you know, break people's arms and throw them off rooftops, shit like that. Whatever Batman you want to make, then you make that Batman, because this is your Batman experience. Just lets you decide what Batman can do. Had a great time with it. I can't really rate the game because this is not all the way out. Gotta wait for the other episode to come out, but I'll say the first episode is worth playing. Play the game, you'll have a great time with it. It is, if you are a fan of The Walking Dead and Wolf Among Us, and you'll have a good time with this game. It pretty much is the same game as what a Batman sketch. So Batman Telltale Games is out right now, episode 1 anyway. Did you play the game? Did you like it? What do you think about it? Put in the comments, let me know. Just talk about the game because it's great. Episode 1's out right now. Just go buy the game. It's a good time. And remember guys, subscribe. Until next time.